welcome to another episode of Cappuccino Crafts. My name is Cheryl, and this is my podcast where I talk about knitting and crocheting. Not crocheting all the time, but from time to time, and also like to talk about coffee or tea or other delicious beverages or delicious foods, and books and things I might be watching or listening to while I'm crafting, and any other life and chatty things that that capture my interest to share. And thank you for watching this episode and choosing to spend a little of your time with me. I really appreciate it. And please settle in, get yourself a beverage of your choice, and grab your yarn, your hook, your needles, or maybe some fiber and a spinning wheel or spindle, whatever you need, and let's enjoy some crafty chat together. Yeah, we have been drinking tea in the afternoons. We started this, my mom and I, sometime in January or maybe December last year. But we have a couple of new teas in the house. I went to the it's a British grocery, but they also do tea and baked goods, and they have like a cafe on the other side. So it's a really sweet little place, and they sell loose leaf tea, and we have been sticking with our Earl Grey, and we hadn't got any new loose leaf tea. When we finished our loose leaf tea a couple months ago, and just hadn't gotten any more yet, and have just been once the weather started cooling down again, and we weren't doing iced tea, we were kind of just sticking with the Earl Grey, and I just wanted to change it up, and I thought, okay, let's get some more nice loose leaf tea. So that's where I went to get, and I got my two favorites from there. They have, they call it Buckingham Palace Garden Party. Isn't that the greatest name for a tea? I love it so much. And it's delicious. It's a black tea. And it's also got some, I don't know what flowers, but some flower petals. You can see them in the loose leaf tea. It's really pretty. And I think maybe a little bit of lavender, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, but it's a nice blend with the black tea and some flowery things and floral notes, and it's really delicious. And the other one that we got is black currant black tea, which is also really, really, really good. So we've been really enjoying those. We drink them with milk. All our black teas, we drink them with milk, and also add a little bit of vanilla syrup. Yeah, it's a very, I think, Americanized way to do tea, but we're Americans. So if anybody's going to do it in the Americanized way, I suppose yeah, yeah, that's just how we do. And I hope that any tea experts aren't appalled by our choices, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we've been drinking in the afternoons, and right now I'm recording in the evening. I try to record earlier in the day, usually on a Monday, but it was not going to happen early today. So Yeah. It's after dinner. It's a little while after dinner, and all the only light is artificial light, so not the perfect lighting, but what you gonna do? Yeah. And here in the United States, we celebrated Halloween this week, on the 31st, and it wasn't really a busy Halloween. We don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood, and we didn't do like a bunch of decorations, and we didn't dress up for handing out candy or anything like that. It's very low-key, very, very low-key. But we did get like 4 or 5 little groups of kids coming to the door, and we gave out candy, and we have plenty of candy left over, so we've been nibbling on candy for snacks or for dessert after dinner. Yeah. I don't know if you celebrate Halloween where you are, but if you do celebrate Halloween, I hope you had a fun and safe Halloween and enjoyed it. And I know, did you dress up? Did you go to a Halloween party? Did you decorate big time and like scare all the trick-or-treaters with, or, you know, make them laugh with a funny costume? If you celebrate Halloween where you are, how do you celebrate Halloween? Yeah, and it was also my dad's birthday this week, and he wanted steak for dinner, so we got some nice steaks from the grocery store, and I seared them. That's the nice thing about steaks. They're really easy to do. You sear one side, sear the other side, and you just watch the time so you don't overcook them, but it's very straightforward. But we also do, as for special occasion dinners, we do enjoy nice beefy steaks. Yeah, they can be really delicious. So that's what we wanted, that's what we did, and we got some really nice chocolate cake from the store too. And yeah, we like chocolate here in this house. I live here in Washington State, in the United States. That's where I'm coming to you from. And I live here in this house with my mom and my dad. And we also have a black cat. A Halloween cat. That's not why we got her though. But she is very seasonally appropriate right now. But she's the sweetest. And she makes us smile every day. Yeah, so I hope your week went well. And I wonder, what are you crafting on? Are you working on a project right now while you're watching? Please, in the comments, let me know what your current projects are and what you're working on. I'd love to chat about that stuff. I got this project back out. It was on pause for October because I did something else, which I'll show you in a minute, but this came back out. Actually this morning I got it out, not till this morning, but this is the boxy sweater. Very wide, very oversized, drapey, boxy, comfy sweater designed by Joji Locatelli. This is the front, and I just started the neck shaping. So there aren't many rows left on for building up the shoulders. It's a very shallow neck, so almost done with this, and then I will pick up the stitches here. These are the back stitches, the other half of the body. They're saved on a holder here. They're saved on a holder, and we'll pick them up and do the back. And then seam up the shoulders and just have very short little, very short little sleeves. So this will definitely be finished during this month. It's not got too much left to go. Although there are a lot of stitches. It's so roomy, but it's gonna be just like a big comforting like blanket sweater. So cozy to wear in the fall and winter. So I really want to wear it. The other project that I was working on all of October, and it was my Victober project. Victober is in booktube land. That part of YouTube is reading or listening to Victorian literature in the month of October. And a side project of Victober was the knit and listen along. And this was my knitting project for the knit and listen. It is a cardigan from the top down. And look, there are sleeves separated. I finally separated the sleeves. Finally. When I do a top-down sweater, I always underestimate if I'm doing like a raglan or circular yoke, or this is kind of like a yoke, even though it's not a raglan. This is the contiguous method, top-down, and it is like set-in sleeve shaping, but you do knit the top of the sleeves and do all the sleeve cap and the whole top of the sleeve at the same time as you do the front and back. So it is a lot like doing a yoked sweater, either raglan or circular yoke. And I always underestimate how much knitting there is in the yoke, because you forget how many those sleeve stitches and how many stitches are in both of those sleeves. Yeah. But now the sleeves are separated, and then with these kind of sweaters, once you're just working on the body, it just seems to fly. Yeah, it just seems to fly once you've only got the body stitches. And I'm short, so I don't need to make the body like super long. I can usually do a few inches less than the pattern calls for. Well, depending, like if it's a cropped cardigan, I can do it just about to pattern and it won't be cropped on me, or just a couple inches more. I don't really enjoy wearing cropped sweaters, so if I do a pattern that is designed to be cropped, I usually extend the body just a bit so that it's not cropped on me. But yeah, I did the pattern for my knit and listen cardigan that I just showed you is my favorite color cardigan. It's a free pattern from Knitty, the online knitting magazine, and they do I think, four issues a year on their website, and they've got all the patterns and all the back issues from when they started the website and the magazine. So there are a lot of patterns available from them, and they're all free. So it's a wonderful resource, and I've done several knitty patterns over the years, and well, over the last like 6 or 7 years since I discovered it. And yeah, that's I've enjoyed all of them that I've tried. Anyway, that information about Knitty and also my social media username, I'm Cappuccino136 on Ravelry, Instagram, and Goodreads. All of that and my project information is in the description box below the video. That's where I put my show notes, and so you can find details of all those things in the description box below, and I hope that's helpful for you. Yeah, I forgot to say that in the opening. But yeah, also if you do find my profile on Ravelry, and you want more information about any of my projects, I have every project. I have a project page for all my projects that I've been doing since I got active on Ravelry. So they're all there, and you can, that's another way you can get project details if you're looking. Just find me on Ravelry and look at my projects and find the project that you're wanting. Yeah, I did think that I might cast on a new project because I finished those fingerless mitts last week, and right now I've got 2 sweaters, so 2 big projects going, and a blanket. I've got a scrappy blanket, and so all really big projects, and I thought maybe I would cast a small one on because I like to have one small project, but I didn't. I just didn't get to it this week, and I know maybe this week I will, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just concentrate on the sweaters and see how fast I can get them done, because I'd like to wear both of them. So we'll see about that. Yeah. I have not knit on my blanket in many months since the weather warmed up last spring, but I did get it out, and I decided on a few options for scraps for the next stripe. This is the blanket. Sorry, everything's falling down. Yeah, my scrap blanket is a granny stripe. And here it is. It's been going for a while because I don't work on it every, I put it away for a long time and then get out and work on it a little and then put it away again. It's just a background project, and it's just for scraps and stuff, so I'm not really focused on it. But I decided it was a good time. It is definitely cool weather again, and nice to have a big warm blanket in your lap. So I decided I wanted to have it. And it's so easy and fun to work on singles instead of doubles. I haven't worked on this in a while. So I'm like, oh, let's go. Anyway, so sorry. So those are all of the projects right now. And I did really enjoy Victober. I enjoyed Adam Bede. That was the only Victorian novel that I read. Actually, the only thing I was reading at all. And I was listening to it. But I enjoyed the narrator. So I did watch a lot of Victober videos from other channels, and there was some really good stuff. A lot of fun Victober vlogs, and a lot of just kind of Victorian and Victorian literature related videos from people. And I haven't been a YouTube, I've been a YouTube watcher, but I haven't been a booktube watcher until this year. So Victober was new to me this year. This is the first time I've heard about it, the first time I've participated at all, and it was great. So I look forward to Victober next year. And sorry, I can't concentrate on my crochet while I'm talking. That's not working for me. Anyway, so that was books and booktube, and nothing really new or notable that I've been watching other than the things I've already been talking about in the last few episodes. I'm just continuing to watch the episodes as they air for the last season of The Good Place, and also I have been watching the first season of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Nothing, I haven't started any new, I haven't seen any movies or new series that I was just watching a lot of Victober YouTube, really, which I was loving, and there's been a lot of Victober wrap-ups, so I've still been watching the wrap-ups this week, so not anything special to talk about in TV or movies or anything. What do you like to watch or listen to while you craft? Yeah. Do you ever take your knitting or crochet to the cinema or the movie theater and knit while you're watching a movie in the theater? I can't do that because I can't knit or crochet without looking down. I have to see where my stitches are, so I can't knit or crochet in the dark, or or just be glued to it, to like I can't watch anything with subtitles, like a non-English language film with subtitles that I have to read, because I can't read and knit or crochet at the same time. So if anything I need to do subtitles, there's no crafting going on while I watch that. I just have to focus on watching. I know a lot of people do knit without looking. I've never tried to practice it. I mean, I know that it does take practice to be able to do it, and I haven't tried to practice. I haven't tried to build that skill. So yeah, but I know a lot of people do. Can you? Is that something you can do? Can you watch a movie with subtitles and read and knit without looking down? Or knit in a dark movie theater? Yeah, is that something you do? I'd love to hear about it. And how long did it take you to be able to do that? How long did you have to practice? Was it difficult to learn? I don't know that I'm gonna try and learn. I don't really have an interest in bringing knitting to the movie theater. And yeah, so I'm not gonna try and learn. But I just thought it might be fun to chat about. So let's see, I wrote a few notes. So let me see if there's anything important that I have forgotten to mention. Oh, well, I don't know. This may be interesting. I told you that we had some steaks for the birthday dinner, and I had an idea, some things we had in the house, and I started to think about some ingredients, and an idea for a kind of a glaze or a sauce to kind of drizzle, just a drizzle, to do something a little different with the steak, and not have just a plain steak. And an idea came into my mind, and I decided to try it, and we liked it. I wouldn't want it on my steaks all the time. Yeah, because I still like plain steaks too, or maybe sometimes a little bit of blue cheese on top. But this was a little different, something we'd never done before, and we liked it, and both Mom and Dad said that they would have it again. It just had 4 ingredients. It was very simple. I just, this is what went in it. Blackberry jam, and some red wine, some soy sauce, and a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And just put those in a little saucepan, and the jam just kind of melts and turns kind of syrupy, and everything just kind of blends together. It turns into kind of a syrupy, glazy sauce to drizzle just a little bit, because it is pretty strong tasting. If you doused it, you wouldn't taste any of the meat at all. So you just want to drizzle. You don't need much of it at all. But yeah, so I was really happy that experiment turned out. In another video, I told you about my last experiment with cooking inspiration, and that was a disaster. So I'm glad that this experiment was a success. And we will do that again another time, maybe for another special occasion. So yeah, I think that's everything. So we've come to the close, and I hope that you and your family, all your loved ones, are well and safe. And I hope that all of your projects, your creative projects, are enjoyable and successful. And take care, and see you next time. Bye-bye.